Hi guys, it's me, Rusty78609, Central Texas, USA. It is Saturday, September the 30th, 2017, but what I'm going to talk about applies to many years. I have full-time RV'd for 25 plus years. I've lived in a travel trailer for 30 years full-time, okay? So I've got a question here related to Blackwater tanks, and it's from a newbie, a new person into RVing. Rondalyn 100. She has some good questions and they lead to good videos, because a lot of people, if you're new, are interested in this stuff, and or if you're thinking about getting a travel trailer, whatever. Anyway, she says, another newbie question, Rusty. Can you briefly explain how one flushes out the black tank after it is dumped into the sewer system at the RV park or campground? I am waiting for the sewer hose kit I ordered, and I think I understand how it all hooks up at the campground site. Yeah, it's pretty simple. You can figure that one out, I'm sure. But I am wondering how one flushes the black tank until the water runs clear in the translucent elbow on the sewer hose. Thank you. Okay. I've never used a translucent elbow. Why? I just never felt the need for it, because you don't want to drive yourself crazy trying to keep your black tank clean. It's not really that big an issue, and I'll tell you how to do it. Well, anyway, when you pull up to the dump station if you have to use a dump station and you're the only one there, then you can do a lot of cute things because you'll have time to fool around. Okay, but if you go to the dump station and there's people lined up and you got to take your turn and then move on, you're not going to have time to do much. All right, so what I would suggest is this. Obviously, if you're hooked up to water, then what you can do is be sure your black tank is full. Okay, in other words, flush the toilet and actually look down to see water. All right, that's one thing. All right, and then when you go to the dump station, dump it all out, and it's not going to run clean at that moment. Now, if you have an outside flush, now most of the new RVs, even the one I'm living in right now, the 2013 Jayco that I have now, has a little outside hookup where you can hook your water hose or a water hose and turn it on, and the pressure forces the water to go through these little things inside the tank, a little sprayer thing they've got set up inside the Blackwater tank, and then you can just watch your little elbow until it looks as clean as you want it, and that'll work pretty good. Now, if you don't have that outside hookup for cleaning out your tank, and you're going to go from one full hookup site to another full hookup site, what you can do is go ahead and dump your stuff. It's not going to show clear, but go ahead and pull away. But put about, if they have another hose, that sometimes they have a place you can hook up a water hose. And if they do, then add about 5 gallons to your Blackwater tank. Go ahead and empty it and close the valve, and then add about 5 gallons to your Blackwater tank. Now what you'll have to do is go inside and fill up your toilet and flush, fill up your toilet and flush. Do that 5 times. That's approximately 5 gallons. And it's a little less than that, but it's close. That's 40 pounds. Okay, that's not a lot of weight. And then what you can do, before you flush the last flush, say flush number 5, get you about a quarter of a cup of just laundry detergent. Now, I'll get a lot of feedback on this because all these old timers out there, and I'm one of them, everybody's got their own way of doing things. But this has worked for me for 30 years, okay, or 25 plus anyway. And what I do, I just put about, that much of a cup of laundry detergent down the drain, and then flush a gallon of water on top of it. And then when as I'm driving or pulling from site to site, whether you're in a motorhome or a travel trailer, doesn't matter, that water is going to be slushing around back there in that tank, and that laundry detergent will clean that slime and stuff off the walls of that Blackwater tank as you're driving. That becomes your sprayer, so to speak, but because that water's sloshing around back there, because at 5 gallons, you got a lot of space. Most tanks are 30 gallons or in that range, so you got a lot of room for that water to slosh around, and that laundry detergent will clean it. Now, you don't put much laundry detergent. Why? Because that laundry detergent will build up pressure. Because whenever you get ready to flush your toilet next time, it's going to probably blow a little air out. But so you don't want to put much detergent in there, and so that'll help clean your tank. Another thing is, you can dump your tanks at a dump station, and then go in and check your monitor, and your Blackwater tank or gray water tank, all of them may still show full, and that's why I don't. Those monitors mean nothing. I'm not even sure the battery monitor's correct, because they'll show. Mine shows 3/4 full now, and I leave my tanks open, the gray and the Blackwater open all the time when I'm hooked up at my home base. And somebody says, "Oh, you shouldn't do that. You need to close the valves." Ah, crap. I've been here 12 years, and it's never been a problem. There's no odor issue, not at all. I do put some of that deodorant down the tank every morning. I use about a tablespoonful or a little more down with the morning flush once a day. Been here for 12 years, no odor anywhere, okay? So, as far as flushing the tank until the water runs clear, some people will actually run a hose in through the window and then run it to their toilet and let the water run into the toilet. Have the toilet, just let the hose hold that bottom thing open and turn it on and just let it run. That's just that'll help, I guess. But another thing you can do, if you don't want to use the soap or whatever, you can add, put 5 gallons in, and if you don't want to add the laundry detergent, I recommend it, but do what you want to do. Some people will just load their that water up with some kind of special chemical black tank cleaner, and they say it works good, and I'm sure they do, but you don't need to buy a special cleaner. I never have, and again, 30 years out there on the road, I never had any tank odor at all. And again, a lot of people have different ways of doing things. I'm sure I'll get some comments about this, but my recommendation is keep it simple. Because if you're going from one RV park or state park or wherever, if you're going to go from full hookup to full hookup, then I would recommend just putting 5 gallons in there and letting it slosh around. And then when you get to the next place, just if you can, as you go in, if you can get to the dump station, just pull around and go ahead and then dump it, that 5 gallons out. That'll help. But I'll usually just leave it in there and let it fill up the tank and flush it all at the same time because I'm lazy. But the Blackwater, you don't want to get that odor started because it's difficult to get rid of it. So you need to take care of it. You're right, good point. But most RVs, if you have a new one, should have that outside flush. And what you can do is hook that outside flush and turn it on while you're at the dump station. And then as the water's coming out, you'll see it get clearer and clearer. And when you're satisfied with it, you're done. You're good to go. Because mine has the outside flush. And what I do is I just hook up the water hose to that outside flush, turn it on, let it run for about 10 minutes. And then I do that once a month while I'm parked here at my home base. Now the other RVs I had didn't have that. And there were times that I would actually run a garden hose in through the window and all the way over to the toilet and let it run for 10 minutes or so. Or what I would do is fill up the Blackwater tank, let the put some detergent in there and fill it up, let it sit for overnight, and then flush it the next day. But again, it's just common sense. You want to use that detergent because that helps clean off that slime, and that should help your monitor lights be reasonably correct. But anyway, you ask a good question, so just don't let it drive you insane, okay? You'll figure it all out. I mean, just take your time. You don't need to you don't need to know everything the first day. You'll learn, and then you can ask other, when you're at the RV park or wherever you're at, ask somebody. Just walk by and say, "Hey, how do you keep your black tank clean?" And they'll say, "Well, we use nitroglycerin and dynamite, or whatever they use." And that's fine, or we put gasoline in it and light it once a week. You may not want to do that, but anyway. Having said that, Ronald, good luck with your camping, dear. But as far as the tank, just put in 5 gallons of water, put some laundry detergent in it. As you're driving down the highway, it's sloshing around. When you flush that out, it'll be clean as it's going to be. So, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye bye. Buy USA made when you can. Drink plenty of water. Take deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth several times a day. Why? That relieves stress. That lowers your blood pressure, keep you young, or keep you healthy. Stretch, walk, and get outdoors and enjoy yourself, because when you got your health, you'll feel like doing things. But yeah, as far as that translucent elbow, and you're going to sit there and wait for it to run clear, well, it might. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've never used one, never. But anyway, having said that, enjoy your day. Adios. Bye bye.